The South African National Defence Force is dismissing as baseless claims made on social media that the army is threatening to withdraw over meal allowances. EFF leader Julius Malema tweeted that the army is threatening to redeploy because they're going hungry. For more on this, I'm joined now by the SANDF spokesperson, Brigadier General Mafi Mgobozi. Brigadier General, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. So you're saying this is nonsense?
Let me put it clear that it is not true that our soldiers, they want to withdraw from the Operation Prosper.
So obviously you saw the tweet from the EFF leader Julius Malema. It's a message to him from apparently what seems to be a soldier in KwaZulu-Natal saying they're suffering, that there's no food since last week and they are buying food for themselves. So you saying that's not true at all? Not even one or two soldiers are possibly concerned about this?
I'm saying that what you are saying that these troops are threatening to withdraw from the operation, that is not true. Mm-hmm. As a South African Defence Force, I would like to put it clear that yes, we acknowledge that there was a problem or challenges regarding the ration and the payment of the meal allowance. The only thing which I'm disputing that our troops, they are saying that they are going to withdraw from the operation. That is not true.
Okay, so why was there a problem with the meal allowance?
When we deploy troops, yes, sometimes we'll have some challenges. The challenges of the payment of the meal allowance to our troop, it was the result of the administration. Our administration, there were some gaps, which at the present moment that I'm talking now, our troops, we have paid some of them the meal allowance, and we are still paying our troops who are on deployment the meal allowance. But the challenge, we are having a challenge which most it was caused by the issue of administration on our side.
And did that lead to the soldiers not having food?
I will say not that it's for days. I think 1 or 2 days, yes, I will acknowledge that in other areas there were challenges that some of our soldiers didn't have food. But it's not the thing which was happening like other people are saying it's a matter of the whole week. No, it was not the whole week. We paid our troops last week the meal allowance, and our troops, they were getting food, but there was this gap which something happened in administration and in our logistics that which as the South African National Defence Force, we have addressed that issues, and then at the present moment, we are paying the meal allowance, and then all our troops, I can assure them that by the end of tomorrow, all our troops will be paid their meal allowance.
Mara, so now you're saying it's by the end of tomorrow that they will be paid their allowance, and you say for 1 or 2 days they might have not had food. So it's a problem even for 1 day, because you can't expect anyone to go without food for 1 day. And these are soldiers who are patrolling streets.
Yes, I'm saying that, what I'm saying is that it's true that there were challenges. And then there were areas, not all the areas, it's certain areas which I can say not that 90% all our troops, they were not having food. There were certain areas where our troops, it's true that they went without food, which as a South African National Defence Force, is one of the things which we look at it today, that this such and such a thing must not happen again. So far, in those 1 or 2 days, where our troops were not, at the present moment, we have been able to pay our troops the meal allowance so that we can address the situation which have happened. But in most areas, our troops, they were paid last week, and then this week we're in the phase 2 of paying again the troops for another meal allowance for the coming days.
Okay, so who's responsible? You said it was administrative, right? Who's responsible for this not happening, this meal allowance, and what accountability are we talking about?
Yes, this is our own people who are responsible for the doing administration, and I must assure our troops on the ground that action will be taken against those people who didn't do, because this thing shows that certain people didn't do their work. That is why our troops, they didn't get their ration on time or their meal allowance on time. Action will be taken after the investigation has been completed, and action will be taken against those who were supposed to, who neglected their duties, which ended up our troops being find themselves without meal allowance or without ration while they are on deployment.
Okay, so did you apologize to these troops who didn't get food? Or were they expected to just suck it up and move on?
No, the commanders on the ground, they went and explained to them. Our troops, they are disciplined soldiers. This is why I was disputing that the troops, they said they are going to withdraw. Our troops are disciplined, they understand the situation, and at the present moment, I've said that the first payment was done last week, and then we are doing with the second phase of the payment of the meal allowance to all our deployed troops, in particular in the KZN area.
All right, while you're talking about payments, do you have any estimation yet about how much this deployment is costing South Africans?
That one I won't be able to say how much really the deployment is going to cost South Africa. But I think the Parliament, they will have numbers, but I don't want to speculate how much is it.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, sir. We appreciate it. SANDF spokesperson, Brigadier General Mafi Mgobozi.